history which represented successive civilizations, the thing which made Egypt one of the first countries to care for the existence of a Ministry of Culture that aims primarily at providing the Egyptian citizen with a clear knowledge of his history and safeguarding the capabilities of the rich heritage of this country and caring for its creative gains, which are the direct sacrifices of its event. Well, joining us today is Dr. Iman Negm, who's the Undersecretary of the Ministry of Culture, who will be talking a little bit about this and much more. Thank you so much, Dr. Iman, for joining us today.
How are you? Thank you. Thank you so much.
Thank you very much. And speaking about the Ministry of Culture, I have this heavy task for and objectives for the Ministry of Culture to preserve the culture, change, enhance, develop programs and initiatives. There is a lot on your plate. So if you can give us, an overview about the main objectives of the ministry.
It is useful for anyone from all over the world researching about culture and about customs and about habits and about manners and etiquettes and about Egypt. Always, customs and culture, Egyptian culture are something interesting to all global, from all over the world. About the Ministry of Culture, we have actually a committee which is responsible for preservation of folklore and customs, and we have two kinds actually folklore, material and immaterial. The material folklore presenting the ancient places and from pyramids from Ottoman Empire and ancient places. And about non-materials, it's about the habits, even the smiling faces of the Egyptian, if the habits, how to shake hands, how to, all habits about Egyptian culture is interesting by all over the world.
Yes, and this has been, changing a lot with a lot of aspects and elements. Speaking about the revolutions, speaking about how different Egypt is today.
Of course.
And it creates more challenge maybe on the Ministry of Culture to try to enhance this level.
Of course, Ministry of Culture, many organizations are very interesting for how to promote culture to youth and to promote culture to even the people, the people that alphabetic people, the people who need more culture. Really, Ministry of Culture have big organization who are responsible of that. I think, and I feel optimistic about people, Egyptian people. I feel optimistic because now after revolution and after conscience, they are very conscious to know, very conscious to read, very conscious to me. Even now the youth, if you feel that now they are trying to read the newspaper every day. They follow the challenges. They follow the.
There's been a change in attitude.
Yes, of course. Something changed in the people. We regret some change, some negative change about the aggressive and the aggressivity of people. We regret that, but. No, I feel optimistic about, because we have human resources, very high human resource of youth, and of Egyptian, popular Egyptian is, I think, is exceptional kind of people.
Well, Dr. Iman, let me ask you, from the spectacular spot of Salah ad-Din Citadel, you have going on the International Festival for Drums and Traditional Arts. Is that right? That's the second round from the 19th.
It's not working now.
It's currently from the 19th and ends on the 25th of April, 2015, which was also organized by the Ministry of Culture. How do you evaluate this event? If you can tell us a little bit about it and your insight about it.
Actually, this event it's a newborn festival. It is not ancient festival, but
this is only the second round. This is the third
edition. The third edition now of the festival, and with the participation of 22 countries from all over the world, from the far and from the far west, from the far from far away, you know, they are
So
coming to participate by troops.
About how many countries were you saying, Dr. Iman, are participating?
Excuse me?
About how many countries are participating?
22 from
wow,
all over
yeah.
the world, and especially from Africa. You know, we have
you
Congo,
have a lot of
from
different
Africa.
types of drums in Africa.
Especially,
of course,
exactly.
it's drum troops, drums are participating. They are very interesting to that. Can tell you about we apologize for the country they are able to come because we cannot take more than this. 22 countries are here. They perform the music and drums, troops, perfectly. The inauguration was in Citadel, and it is a big edifice, you know. It is a big panorama, the Citadel. And about evaluation, no, the third edition, I think if you compare with the other edition last year,
was it any different? Anything new added?
We increase the places more. We have the palaces, the House of Palaces in the Republic of Arab of Egypt. We have the street, Muazz Street. We perform there. We perform at
surrounding areas.
Oh yeah,
of course.
Different areas.
Every day there are a performance from troops, international troops from all over the world, with the participation of Egypt, with the other international troops, you know, and then we have workshop too, day for workshop, day for performance, day for dafa. Please, and I invite all people to go there to enter through the website, so we can follow the program. What is the program? Because it is free. It is for free for all the Egyptian people too.
And even for tourists too, to join
of course.
Join
no,
have an idea and enjoy that festival.
Of course, touristic aspect
exactly.
also.
Of course. No, the issue to collect this number of countries, to collect it here and to go coming, it's not an easy issue. It's not easy, you know. It's now in these circumstances. I think now in Egypt they are going on internationally, and all countries from all over the world, they are very interesting to come. They are very interesting. This festival till 25th of April will be
Do you
aired.
have any plans maybe to open, because this is a very nice initiative and a very nice festival, any plans to move this to other streets of Cairo, for example, maybe in the next version, to moving for like Korba, for example, which to have these festivities among people, passers-by,
which is also another historical
around.
area.
It's a very good idea, by the way. It is a very good, but we apply this idea already in Muazz Street.
Yes, that's a good start, because passers would enjoy this.
Yes, we have two in Beit Sahimi in Muazz too, and we make the performance. But it is a very good idea to be in open air, in all over the. It is a very good idea. You know, every year we increase something. Every year, or every edition, next year, I think we will more and more increase it. And this is with the cooperation of Ministry of Youth too. Of course, the Ministry of Culture, Ministry of Youth, the administration of the festival, headed by the artist Intisar Abdel Fattah. He is the owner of the idea, and really congratulations for him for his work, because they work very hard with the international troops, and every day there are a performance free for the people.
That's amazing, because the Citadel has always had these, continuous types of musical festivals within it.
Bir Yusuf.
Yes.
You have here Bir Yusuf. This is the name of the place. They are amazing place in the Citadel. It's like the Roman theater, like that. It's a very nice place. They take more than 2,000 guests. They take a very big number of guests. And I think, the inauguration to be there, I think it's something very booming and very amazing something.
Well, Dr. Iman, I think one of the main themes of this festival, the drum, is the Celebrating Africa this year.
Of course.
And how is the Ministry of Culture actually targeting To improve the cultural relations with Africa, our neighbors?
Celebrating Africa, it will be on 25 May
Okay.
this year.
Yes, if you can tell us a little
And
bit about
already we organize a week, Culture African Week here in Babardo. It's the same design or the same theme of the Festival of Drums, because we collect drummers and musicians and all poets and authors and writers, African from Africa, and we make a week, Cultural African Week, here in Egypt. We invite more than 25 or more than, I think, yes, 25 African country to come here in the week, in African Cultural Week.
So it will be specifically the 25th of April?
25th of May.
May.
Oh, May.
Of
right.
May,
Okay.
yes.
Yeah.
And this is an international date for the African week, African International African Day. Yeah.
So one of the interesting models that happened in Egypt was the cultural wheels, or Sayyid Sawi. It was one of the aspects that helped a lot of youth, you know, to gain a lot of culture, learn music, art. It was like a venue, and remains to be a venue for a lot of youth going there. And it was with minimal resources, leveraging a bridge, and under the bridge this area capacity, and then it enlarged and became one of the most important models in Egypt as in terms of culture. So my question to you regarding the Ministry of Culture, because this has been a model created independently and went wild. Do you think the Ministry of Culture has any plans maybe to endorse and support such type of models, maybe in other bridges, maybe in allocating spots for youth to have this venue of cultural exchange and learning?
Yes, yes. And I want to really tell you that Sayyid Sawi, I think it is a very big edifice, cultural edifice, and it is a model to us and to the Ministry of Culture to try to make it the same issue, you know.
Yes.
The difference between us and between Ministry of Culture and Sawi with that, I think he has a very good marketing. He has a very good marketing. Because of that, you speak about it now, you know. They make a very big service to youth, and they profit from what you call it, a very displaced. You know, it was a very displaced this place of Sayyid Sawi. So we create all the time. And we all the time ministry. Now we are going to create a new theater in New Theater Balloon. It belongs to Balloon Theater in 6th October area. And we create another opera, another branch of the opera in October 6th of October. So we try every time to create place, to renovate, maybe, yes, of course, about the palaces, house of palace, cultural house of palaces. We try to renovate it. Now already we are going to create another theater. It belongs to Theater Balloon Theater in 6th of October. At the same design of Sawi, but it is for theater. And you know, we have also Opera da Manhur, if you know Opera da Manhur.
Yes, it's very famous actually, and I know people who attend, and there's a schedule
all
and
the
has
time,
lovely shows.
Ministry of Culture is working very hard.
Yeah.
This is I want to say that we have all the organization belong to the ministry are working very hard.
All around Egypt.
They are like a shop, you know, a shop for the intellectual and for the author and for and you have a many sample of author.
Interesting. Thank you very much, Dr. Iman Negm, Undersecretary of State for the Ministry of Culture. Would like to thank you very much for joining us. It has been
Thank you very much, and thank you for your
Iman.
teamwork too.
Thank you so much.
Very much.
Thank you.
Well, this brings us to the end of this edition of Nile Cruise. We'd like to thank you very much for joining us, and I'd like also to thank Salman Faye. Thank you very much for joining us.
Thank you very much, Sharif Touni. It was lovely working with you today.
Thank you.
And we hope you've enjoyed today's show of Nile Cruise on Nile TV. And don't go anywhere, and we'll see you on Thursday. So please
Short break, and we end up with the musical segment for this edition.
Still, so let's
you
go and
next
take a
week,
listen, and then see you next week. Goodbye.